Okay, and dokie. I'll wait a few seconds, I guess. My poor tablet. Well, while I'm waiting, I guess I can get started a little bit. Things are acting a little slow. Why am I not surprised? But you know, things happen, I guess. I just hope my head isn't in the way too much. I gotta concentrate on bringing my head back and keeping it that way. Now it says I'm not connected to the internet. Surprise, 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 I guess. Says I'm not connected to the internet. The shame of it all. I'm pretty sure I am. Hello, Keely, and you're welcome. How are you? My tablet is giving me some issues, but we'll get it straight. Every once in a while, I'll do a giveaway just because. I haven't done one in quite some time, so thank you for doing that little moderator thing on the auction. That was actually great. That was an incredible help to both of us. All right. Seems like my internet is acting a little difficult. Well, thank you. This kid keeps doing it on my tablet, but that's okay. I don't really need the tablet. I can just look over to my right and see you text, so it's all right. It's just going to give me some difficulty today, and that's okay. Quite all right. As you see, I'm painting a bowl. I pretty much know where I want the bright spot at. At least my version of a bowl anyway. A vase or whatever you want to call it. Now why did it just go there? Alright, that's not what I want to see. Hey Sonia, how are you? You're more than welcome. It's good to see you, Sonia. I mailed the stuff off today. I usually do that when someone purchases a painting of mine. I don't waste time. I'll send it off. I really wasn't going to do this today, but I do have a personal schedule to keep when doing something like this. Therefore, it's not really fair. So, I'll do them. At least a few. Every Wednesday. Around this time, about 6 o'clock. Usually. I'm just putting some odds and end colors into the bowl. Vase. I mean, it's not colors that you know, they're hinted more or less in there. If anything, they're hinted in there. And you pretty much put whatever colors you want. I even got a little bit of orange. It's gonna probably turn some weird brown color, and it's okay. Put it in there. As long as you establish a certain light source, everything else kind of falls in line. Okay. The glycerin is not on the paper, it's actually on the brush and in the paint. So I'm blending that way, in case you're wondering. For those of you who are coming in, you'll see me look at my upper left, and that's where I'm reading the chat. So, in case you're wondering. All right. Okay, let's get on with the flowers, I guess. Let's do it. We'll do it this way this time. I'll take a little bit of orange. Now on my palette, you see all this other paint, but it's kind of dry. So I'm gonna mix a little yellow ochre with the orange, and I'm gonna beef it up a little bit because I have to paint over this background. Just a little bit of white. Now that's just raw paint. That's the all paint right there. I'll just dip a little glycerin into it to kind of. Now be careful, glycerin makes the paint transparent. So it's a little bit of play you have to do with this. Okay. All right. And right now I am just putting the main color of the flower in there for right now. I guess I'll do this fellow over here first. And it's just me blocking it all in. Don't worry about the white edges. They will disappear. Right now I'm just blocking it in. I haven't done flowers like this in quite some time. I'm usually just fixated on roses. On my webcaster, if nobody chats or says anything, it just goes back to full screen. So I'll look over there and I'll just tap and see if anybody wrote anything. But if you write something, it automatically just pulls up. Now I can see the white once this transparent orange color dries, so I'm not really losing my place. When I run out of paint, because I have a small color palette, it's easy for me to just mix the colors up again. Very simple color mixture. Put a little glycerin in there to thin the paint just a little bit. This is also why I use thick, heavy body acrylic paint also. But like I say, I am just blocking in color for right now. Just blocking in the color. All the other stuff will come afterward, especially on a flower like this. I'll go right into the purple too, right? Bring some of that color into it. But we'll do all that stuff a little bit later on. Like I say, once again, I'm just blocking stuff in for right now. Don't matter. Does not matter. Okay. So that's that one. We'll concentrate on each and every flower, just like I did that one. Well, thank you, Sonia. I appreciate it. It's sad. I should share my own stuff out, really. I just don't think about it. Okay, my little mind brain is usually on other things. All right, let's get a nice. I think I'll still stick with that little purple theme. So let's go here. Let's separate it. Let's go where this green is. So it's a little purple right here. Another touch of black. I highly doubt I will be using glycerin for this stage. We're going to come right in here. I'm going to darken that guy. Make a cute little semicircle type of thing right in here. Doesn't have to be a perfect circle. There. A little swishing around. I got a small water jar here. This is a 1/2 inch flat. If in case you guys are wondering, it looks like that down there, lower right. Okay, I'll put it right here. You guys should see that. We're gonna be good friends with this fellow. I'm gonna put him over here. Okay, let's get a. I should do it with this brush. I think I will. Let's see how it looks. All right, same color. Going in with a tiny filbert. Ideally, you would use a script liner for this part. Ideally, but I'll keep my head back. You make little lines. I might need more of this color. I don't think it's dark enough. We'll see. We'll experiment. That'll work. That will be fine, actually. Bring it out a little bit. Just like that. Yep, I think that will work. We have some other stuff going on in there, but we'll wait for that to dry. Okay, let's play. Technically, I would make these flowers a wee bit larger than what you're looking at. Going into my yellow, add a little white just to brighten it there. And we're going to do a little playing with this. Get a little bit of glycerin and we'll thin that up a little. So let's see if I get this right. These guys got all sorts of twists and turns in them. Okay, so we'll start from here. It's got to be brighter. Let me make this even brighter. It has to be fairly bright, especially with this funky orange color. Now, if I have to, I'll take off the residual paint if it's a little much, but I don't know yet. Let's try. Okay, something like that. Let's go. Now I'll just do it like this. Everything's gonna aim toward that dot. Okay. Hey, Carrie. You're welcome, Carrie. It's been updated since then, but all you gotta do is hit that link again. You'll get a brand new updated one. That I believe they still share the same link, no matter how many times I do it. But okay, here we go. We're dealing with this. So we'll just kind of aim everything like that. And I can bring it in a little bit. All right. And we'll just kind of do a series of these. I'll put one right in here, kind of disappearing like that. And then I'll just kind of pop them in there. I'll get some little folds in there. And the way I make the folds, okay, is that I'll come inward at another angle like that, and I'll kind of curve one in there and make another edge. As a matter of fact, I'll make the edge kind of scoop in there like that. I'm getting a little more glycerin. I'm gonna thin out this paint a little bit. I can tell when it gets a little tacky, and if it's too much paint, I can always wipe that paint off and get a nice thin layer of this paint. It just keeps the edges sharp. And as I'm doing this, and curving things around, I can do the same thing in here too. I'll come here, spread it like that, and then I'll come out here like that. So it makes its own little cup. I can take this, thin it out a little bit, match it like that. Now that's just one. That's just one petal. I'll do the highlights, and the highlights really simple. It's just more white. I'll put it right here. Take a little bit of this orange color, but it's mainly white. It's contaminated with a little bit of that orange. Take a small bit of glycerin just to loosen it up. And this is just highlight color. Might be a little on the blue side, but we'll find out in a second. And I wanted a fold right here. Something like that. I'll have them come a little further down. Just a little bit. I'll kind of accentuate some of that here. Actually, I kind of like this. I'll kind of brighten it up a little bit. There we go. Bring that curve in there and accentuate that fellow a little bit more, so it looks like it's joining with that one. And then this one can just take a little touch here and there, just like that. Get a little touch of glycerin. Just like that. And I'll give it a little push of color just to emphasize an edge right there. Hopefully my head isn't in the way. I gotta be mindful of that. I think we're pretty good here. We'll move on to the next petal. Sometimes I just give it a little press just for a bright edge on a petal. And then that's that. What's going on, Vermont? The animals are being... Actually, I think the dog is in the other room laying down. The cat's on the couch chilling. Alright, I'll stop playing with that. Let's go to the next guy. Okay, we'll go back to this a little more glycerin. And when I say glycerin, I'm using only the corner of the brush into the glycerin. That's all. Or it makes it more transparent. Keep it that way. All right. Let's once again get a base color going for this. Let's go out here this way. Just like that. And let's continue that here. Remember where that dot is. That's what I'm concentrating on right now. It's just where that dot. And I'm following the strokes just to where that dot is right now. Okay. I'll put a little brightness right here in the middle. Nothing significant, just like that. I'm looking to my upper left, which might be your upper right, just to see the chat, because my tablet is acting a little special today. It's temperamental. I'm gonna just get a little bit of the yellow I'm using is yellow ochre just today. So I'm using white, as you can see, just a little white and yellow ochre. Small touch of glycerin there to loosen up the paint. White, especially titanium white, is extremely opaque. Okay, and it tends to leave a chalky residue, so be mindful of that. Just be careful. All right, let's go on the outside edges. Give it a little touch. And believe it or not, that's not white enough. You'd be surprised how much of white you would need for it to pop in the show. Just like that. And I'll kind of pop one there. Out here, give them a strong one. You don't need too much for it to show. Okay, not really. Let's do something up here with that fellow. But let me deal with this a little bit more. All right, we'll deal with this guy. That one, we'll put a couple of folds in that one. Let's go with some straight yellow ochre for 1 minute. we'll put it, here, spread it out and just go angle that way. You guys might not see that too well, and it's okay. We'll kind of give it a little accent going downward like so. I'll brighten it up a little bit. Just like that. And then get a little white, put it in there. A little touch of glycerin, a little more white. I think I want it curved in here. So what I'll do is I'll just kind of get a nice bright spot right in here, come down this way, okay? Right in here, curve it, just like that. Get some white, just probably pure white, see if we can get away with it. Like that. Now with it being bright as it is, it brings the orangey yellow back a little bit. Okay, so we're just essentially just playing with tones and shades right now. Once it dries, so. Okay, I think we're pretty close to getting there. Let me build something up here. Like that. Okay, watch this. Let's get a little purple and black. We'll go back to our black. Let's go into our purple. You don't necessarily have to use the half-inch brush for everything. It's just easier for me. I can't think of what these flowers are called, but it's actually real flower. Believe it or not, it's actually real flower. Look like they're wearing pants. I'm pretty sure one of you flower hey Sylvie, how are you? It's good to see you. I'm hanging in there, Sylvie. Good to see you. Sylvie, what's the name of this flower? Look like they're wearing boxing shorts. I just can't think of the name of them right now. Okay, anyway, that's one of them done. They're not too difficult really to do. They do have a lot of folds, a lot more than I'm painting. They got folds and wrinkles all through them and everything. They come in various colors. I just can't think of what on earth they're called right now. But I fleshed out, pretty much did, you know, most of that. We'll come back and we'll glaze some more shading onto that. I just can't think of what this thing is called. Woe is me. Let's get a little bit of red, a slight touch of purple in that red. As you can see, I'm mixing it. I like the color. I know I didn't make enough. It's okay, I use a little bit of glycerin. Kind of glaze that out there. I might end up with a little bit more, a little touch more of purple and a little touch of red. Now the glycerin will keep it kind of we'll go out here with this. And just once again, I'm just blocking it in. Keep it wet there so I can play around, have my little fun with this guy. I cannot. Well, they do have a name. I just can't think of what on earth it's called, what they are called. I'm just mixing the purple and the red. I'm popping a little glycerin. Remember, the glycerin makes it transparent. So, say if you sketched out something, you sketched it out in white, brown, or whatever. Once the paint dries, you'll still be able to see this. And it's a good foundation color. It's transparent, so you can see some of the gradation of the background also through the color. So it all works out for you. It depends on how much of this color, how much of the background you want seen, you know. But remember, if you add white automatically it gives you a chalky residue. So you might want to just keep that in mind. I'm getting a little purple, a little red. This is cad red and doxazine purple. It's just raw paint right now until I dip into the glycerin, then I kind of wets it up there. Like I say, this stuff makes it a little transparent. You can work with it, blend with it. So instead of me putting glycerin all over the place here, I just use glycerin actually on the brush itself. And that's all I'm basically doing. I'm not scared to bring my paint into the vase there. Vase, bowl, vase, whatever you want to call it. Don't care. Like I say, I preferably would do larger flowers than this usually. And yes, I'm going right into the vase bowl itself. I really didn't want to tackle a flower today. It's just I had extra paint from other projects and I didn't want to waste it and throw it out, so I'm like, well, whatever. I should have done a basket really, but yeah, you know, but I forgot. Just my mind wasn't there. Okay, a red flower. If you want to maintain its illusion to be red, don't use white. Use orange. Use yellow ochre. Or put white in that, but make the other color the dominant color. All right, because if you try to highlight with white, what you're going to end up with is carnation. All right, pink, stuff like that. Okie dokie. I'm not going to clean off my brush. I'll use some of the yellow ochre. Whatever. We'll put it right here. It's mixing in with the red, as you can see. See that? See it mixing with the red. You can see the color change. See the color difference? Okay. That'll make some kind of a cute, somewhat highlight color. That looks. It'll do for the day. I might just do the landscape because I feel another landscape in me. We'll see how this goes. Okie dokie. Same premise. We'll pick out some folds and stuff. Okay. We already established a pretty nice deep color with this, so you can kind of just put this more on the red side. We kind of want a red one. Red's a fairly domineering color, so be careful. Just use a little bit at a time. I'll pop a little glycerin in there. You can usually tell when you need more glycerin because it starts to tack up on you. Okay. Alrighty then. All right, let's play. Let's play. Oh, we'll do it this way. Thin, thick. We'll give it a couple of wiggles. Wiggle. Come right off the page like that. We'll do another one right here. Thin and thick. Bounce it out. Come out that way. Something like that. Now you got some folded stuff going on there. Okay. So you instantly cupped in your color. We'll do the same thing here. We'll come out here. Thin. Give it a couple of bulges really deep in there, and it thins out again. I'm going to show you that. I'm going to explain that to you. This is the inside bowl of the flower. When it turns and flips over, the light catches it, and it looks like that. You follow me? So thin. I'll do it this way. Thick, 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 thick. Go back to this nice little thin line there. Cover that up like that. All right. So they're turned inward. Turned inward? Turned inward. So we're emphasizing these two guys. Okay. That fella's in the back. And that fella, either or, he can be in the front or in the back. We're gonna probably pop him in the front a little bit more. All right. Okay. Okay. Let's play with a little touch of orange. Orange is transparent anyway. You can slap the orange right in there with the mix. Okay. Just play around in there. Now what I'm gonna do, I got the color here. I got plenty of color on my brush, but I'm squeezing and I'm taking that red out of there. Okay. Then I'll just come and get this color. And we'll play with that. All right, we'll do some general shading with this guy. Just like that. Come on the other side. Just like that. If I don't want it too far down into the red, I just bring the red and bring it back, go in reverse a little bit. It's okay. Okay, it's all right. Get a little bit of this yellow ochre, yellow ochre, a little white in that yellow ochre. Put it right there. Okay, get a touch of glycerin. Hey Julie, how are you? Well, I got to talk with Kathy's Corner. Originally, I was supposed to be it was an auction with her, but she had a medical emergency and some other things were going on, so one was canceled. And then when one was on, I couldn't even log on. That was just a disastrous mess. So for some reason I just couldn't do it. So Bruce planned to do one, and he asked me, if I would like to join, and so I did. I'm gonna get a rim of color here. I'll probably do this a little bit later because I got another flower in back of that one. Yes, I will use my finger in a hot minute. Don't judge me. Okay. Secondary color. When it dries, it obviously flattens out. But you'll see. You'll see in a little while what I'm actually doing. Okay, that's one down. Let's create a fold. I like this color, so we'll do this here. Watch. We'll come over here, Can you guys still see? As long as my head isn't in the way. If my head's in the way, please let me know. We'll come here and we'll curve and we'll go in like this. Just like that. See, got a nice little fold in there. Okay. I like that fold. I'm debating whether I should put another one in there, but I'll leave it alone. Let's get a little bit of white going to our yellow again. Sometimes all you need really is just an edge. All right. I want to kind of put this out in Front Street a little bit, so I'll give it a little push. Something like that. Just sometimes you just need a little line. Just like that. Do the same thing in here. I'm hoping you guys can see this still. And what I'm doing really is I'm kind of overlapping. And basically all I really need is a line of bright color. Maybe a little bit here. Count like that. Just like that. I like that. So we'll kind of tilt it that way. I like the way it looks. So like so. So you slowly, before I do that, let's build this one up. And what it does is bring these petals out in front. That was wrong. Get rid of that. But that's okay, because all I want is the rim of color, just to bring them out in front. The dark recedes, okay, and the white comes up front. You hit trouble with the flip. Okay. Well, we got this monster up here. Trouble with the flip. We'll do it here. Trouble with the flip. Let's show Sylvia and the other guys about that flip. People who have flip issues. I'll get some paint here. Okay, let's look here. Okay. The flip, let's do this. You guys can see that. All right. And let's do this. I think you guys can see that dot. So now, obviously, let's pretend that's paper. Okay, it's black paper, whatever. All right. The petal kind of shapes like this. Let's go this way. Make it easy. Okay, the petal goes that way. All roads lead to Rome. This is Rome right here. That dot, which is now an X. Okay, and you press, pull, release. Press, pull, release. Press, pull, and you release. You know how an airplane takes off? Press, pull, release. That's how you get those striations. Press, pull, and you release. Press. You have it as long as you want. Press, pull, release. Okay, now let's say you didn't like the way that looked too much. Well, you can always kind of thin it out. Just like that, bring it in. That's what you use the nice little softy brush for. Okay, something like that. Then you get your, I'll wipe off the crud off the brush here. Take your brush, you wipe it off. Same color, just add a little white to it to brighten it up, because you do these in stages. Or you add a little orange to it. All right, it depends on what color the flower is. Okay, once you establish that, okay, then you start to where you want your bright spots. You don't have to start all the way here and all the way over here. If wherever you want the light to hit. So I'll do a little push and then you release. A little push, release. A little push and you release. A little push where you want your brightness to be. Like I say, you'd be surprised how much white you would need for it to actually make a difference and show. Right now it doesn't show that much because it's not bright enough. There we go. See this? push, release, push, release. See the little rim right there? See that? You know, it depends on how bright you want it and where you want it at. You don't have to have the little stripe lines there. You're just kind of emphasizing where you want that brightness to be. And as you see, with it being bright, these recede and go into the back. What if you only want part of it to recede? Well, then you add the bright here. When you get a little push, come out here. Okay, but now you got that line here, but you don't want that line there. All right, well, you just kind of pat that line away. Take a soft bristle brush and you just gently just kind of pat that line away. It just disappears into that other color. See that? Pat it away. You still got your intensity, but now you got it come forward, shade, really come forward, shade, and shade. All right, and you build it like that. You'll get accustomed to it. You'll get used to it. Okay. Like I say, I can't see your chest until I press the button. Hello, Johnny. Good to see you. The Brooklyn Botanic. No, I doubt I'll drive 4 hours to look at some flowers. I'm in upstate New York, but no, I don't. No, I did see Patagonia in Arizona. I was living out there, and boy, that's something else. Okay, so hopefully you understand what I'm talking about. So just imagine 5 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Just like that. All right. Okay. This is rubbing alcohol. We're gonna make the petal disappear. Petal goes bye-bye for a second. Okay, back to our regularly scheduled program. But I hope I helped you to understand that, Sylvie. But I think you got a pretty good grasp on it by the works that I've seen you do. A little glycerin, I added some orange, I added a little bit of white on top of that yellow. Right here. Let's, for instance, let's have this pop out. Give it a little push, and a little push. It's like that. I like that. But let's do something. Let's do something special. Let's get another one right here. A little strong push and curve it. Strong push, curve. Strong push, curve. Strong push, curve. Smooth that out a little bit with my finger. I wasn't planning on doing that, but what the hey. Let's get a little bit of red. We'll put that red in there. Just like that. Okay. You know what? I'll have this one come up in front of that one like that and just curve it in. Now it's not bright enough for me, so I'm just going to beef that up just a little bit. I'll use a little orange, contaminate that white with a little bit of orange right here. And it's like that. And we'll kind of beef that up in that corner. Just like that. I wasn't planning on it, but well, there you go. All right. There's a button I had to press so the chat shows. I'm not looking at the chat on my sure. Okay, cool. No, I don't do much camping anymore, considering I don't live too far from where you travel to go to. It's like people who live in Hawaii, you know, everybody loves the way Hawaii looks, but you know, the people who live in Hawaii be like, yeah, whatever. Because they live there, so kind of a different thing. But as you see, as I'm adding the brightness to some of these, you see how it kind of pops out more and more. You can usually get this effect when the paint starts to dry. And I'm talking really more or less for acrylic. All right. I'll stop playing with all of that. It's, as you can see, it's dried up, and so the color tone isn't as strong. Now all I'm using is glycerin. I'm trying to find a blank spot somewhere in here. I got paint on my brush. I have glycerin, it makes it transparent. So we want to kind of step that up just a tad. Just like that. I'll kind of wave that away a little bit. Don't worry, it will dry and it'll tone down, so it's not as blatant as it may appear. I'm gonna get a little orange. I'll put it into that little glycerin mix. So you can use colors in the family of red and get away with it. Sometimes it just takes a touch and you don't have to really, you know, do as much to it. If something's a little too chalky white, just throw some orange in there or whatever color you see fit. All right, let's leave that alone. Let's add the purple and black. I bet you thought I forgot about that purple and black. I did not. Let's go back to our tiny filbert. I don't even know if I've shown you this guy. Let's put it against that flower. You guys see this little tiny fellow. We're gonna add some more of these. Okay, we're going into our black. Right here, same spot. I'll just pick a spot. Some purple into the black. I'm not using glycerin for this either. Not for the purple and the black. And right in here. Right in here, we'll circle it a little bit. Right in here. We'll circle and then we'll start to, it's called feathering. You feather out the, just like that, feather it out a little bit. Okay. I don't know, every time I do this, they remind me of a pair of jockey shorts or something when I do this. Even in here, you're not gonna see too much, but that, since I'm using paint right out of the tube paint, it's gonna dry rather quickly. Be mindful of that. I'm not gonna put any glycerin in, it won't, there's no need for that. Right here in the center. It also adds to the depth of your flower too. Man, I wish I can tell you guys what is the name of this flower. We can get rid of this. We're almost done, guys. More or less, somewhat. Let's do something sneaky while I'm here and thinking about it. Let's go into our purple. We'll put the purple right here. Let's go into our white. Let's make some gamma radiated purple. Just like that. I'll get a little bit of glycerin because we're going to have to travel with this color. Slight touch of white. Right in that dark area right there. You don't want to go to the very edge. You don't do that. Yes, you guys can see me, okay? You just want to come here, add a little sneaky little piece of a glow right in there, right? I'm wiping off my brush. And I'll just kind of pat the edge away there. Just like that. Just tap the edge, the bottom edge. Tap it away. I can probably get away with that being a little brighter. Probably. Yeah, I probably could. But you know what? I'm looking at, I gotta put, no, I can see it from the camera. Let's do this while, I'm gonna take a little bit of white. I'm gonna wipe some of this white off. Right in here. Just enough right in here. What I'm doing is I don't want to lose the intensity. I'll kind of curve it a little bit here, but I don't want to lose all the intensity there. I don't want a perfectly smooth pot, so those little bumps will be fine. Little patterns will be okay. Just like that. It's a little bit of brightness there. Okay. Now I can keep playing with that. It's a little tap like that. Wherever you want your intensity. And then you play around, you dance around the edge of that. See this? Dance around the edge of all of that. I'll smooth it all. I'll smooth it here. I'll keep it pretty smooth there, but you dance around all the rest of this stuff. Hey, right now you're just building upon that. And you can build upon that and build upon that and build upon that. All right. And I'm missing you guys text if you are talking. Yeah, I know. Sonia, yours is coming Saturday. I did. I don't have you on Messenger, so I sent it to your husband's email. No, Bruce has that peach flower painting. The painting was originally, I believe I did that for him. He didn't know that I was going to send it to him, so I sent it to him. 2-3 people asked to buy it, but that was right after I shipped it off. That's happened to me before, but you know what? It's okay. It's happened to me before. I've given away paintings that people wanted to buy. But at that point in time of me painting it, I wasn't really selling it. Wasn't in my mind. But like I said, it's happened to me before. Okay, let's give ourselves a break and let's put some leaves in here. I should use really a smaller brush. I'm looking to see if I got some. I do have something smaller than this 1/2" brush, but it's not going to hold a very well. Before I talk and put my foot in my mouth, I think I got a fella right here that might do the trick. No, I think he might be a little shorter than a 1/2" brush. Let's see what he does. Some brushes I use just for florals. Some I don't. This might give me something a little. It's got a little more hairs in it. Let's see what this one does. I'll put this 1/2" right here. Okay. We'll do the basic. We'll do the basic sap green thing for these guys. What I'll do with these, I'll pop a little bit of that dark blue in that sap green. Give me a nice deep base. Then we'll play on top of that there. I'm going into my glycerin. I'm putting the glycerin into the paint. So this is sap green and phthalo blue. Okay. All right. Let's be cute. Let's pop one of those. Let's just do this right now, right here. Go to the edge of your flower. Go to the edge of your flower. And then I'll just I'll make a little point like that. Get a little more glycerin. This is a different type of brush that I don't normally use with my florals, but it's okay. It's really the technique. And then I'll just shape them. Yeah, this is definitely not the type of brush I would use for these. But that's all right. It gives me kind of a different look. It's all right. Okay, a little woolly, but it's okay. It's a-okay. A little more sap green, a little more blue, a little more glycerin. We'll put one somewhere around in here. Yep, right on top of that shine. Put it right on top of that shine. You want your florals to kind of look natural. Okay. Don't try to make it quote unquote picture perfect. Yeah, put it on top of the shine there. All right, it's okay. The shine police won't arrest you, I promise. Here, got one here. Just like that. I'm just getting some more. Obviously, you see me getting some more paint. And this time, once again, I'm putting the glycerin into the paint instead of putting the glycerin on the board. Hey, Kathy. I was just talking about our auction and what had happened. And a couple of people said they could have kicked themselves because they didn't buy when Bruce's thing was going on. But the paintings that I've selected for our auction, I still have. They're seated right here, right next to me. I've never moved them. As a matter of fact, I mean, my yeah, they're right next to him, literally sitting right next to all of them. They're not showing. I got a giant towel covering these guys, and my paint brushes and equipment sitting on top of them. All right, let's throw one here. Can you guys see that? Yes, you can. Hopefully, I didn't block everything when I was talking. We'll put one on the side, just like this. So we got one on the side here. Let's give it a bit better angle, like that. Okay. It's like that. All right. I'll keep them generally the normal color. I'm taking a little bit of yellow ochre. A little bit of white with the yellow ochre. We'll bring it up. I never cleaned the green off my brush. So we'll add some white to that. And let's get some yellow ochre in there. Just like that. Okay. I think I got the shade I more or less want. I'm going to clean off my brush real quick. This brush is going to give me a wilder look because of the brushes aren't as refined as a normal half-inch brush. So the striations are going to look a little crazy, but that's okay. All right. We'll start from here. Go a little deeper. Just like that. I won't even put the line in. This brush is too streaky. I'm trying to put a delicate line with them, but I'll just highlight. It's okay. Actually, this brush would be perfect for bushes and such. Don't judge me. Yes, I will use my finger. This fellow. Actually, this fellow. Oh, here, let's do it. No, it wouldn't matter. But we're gonna do it anyway, just because. I'll show you guys. This guy is on its side, and basically it's folded on the shaded side. Basically, the lit side would be over here. Okay. I'll show you. I'll just make it folded anyway. I'll start from here. I'll just make it a folded one. We'll come here on the top, just like this. And just like that. Okay. Now we got a lit side. All right, I'll wipe the rest of the paint off of this brush. All right, so we got a lit side there. We have to just exaggerate this. This is a creative license leaf. This is just to show you. Kathy, today, next Friday seems like a plan if you're available for it. I do have all the paintings that are for your auction. I've made a video presentation. I just never released it. It's sitting there on my hard drive right now. Actually, I shouldn't have did that. That was a mess up. That was a mess up. It's sitting on the hard drive right now. And let me know when you're ready or available and everything. And I can send it. Actually, I can send it to you. I'll put it in my Dropbox links. I'll just send the thing to you. But it's already set and prepared. There's a button I have to press to look at you guys' chat. Hey Jessica, how you doing? Don't like the way that came out, but we can refine that. That's no problem, no big deal. Yeah, this brush is good for probably pine leaves and something like that, because it's kind of wild looking. It's this guy. But I wanted to try it out. That's the look it gives. But it's all good. I'm not mad at it. Every brush is designed for a different purpose. Let's refine that a little bit better. I'll just go back to the regular brush here. Give it a little push and stroke that one out. We'll clean that up a little bit. Just fine. We'll clean that up. All right, let's go to our just phthalo blue, I guess. We'll put the phthalo right here. It's no big deal. No big deal. Just use the phthalo blue for the dark half of the leaf. Don't have to be overly extravagant with it. It just cleans it up, makes it a little neater, a little presentable. Now remember, this phthalo blue will darken when it dries. There's no glycerin. It's just me just adding the color on there. Same technique, it's just they're smaller leaves. I'll even do it on the outside leaf here, just like that. All right, let's get a little bit of, I'll do this route. I'll get this, I dip some white into this color, and we'll get the center veins in there real quick. Now to get the center veins that tiny, I'm using the corner of the brush. Even though I'm using the corner of the brush a ways away, it comes with practice. All right, you just practice at it. You will get it. I'll add a few of these in here. These aren't necessarily necessary, but some people like them. Some people don't. You don't have to add these in here if you don't want to. Like I say, some people like the way they look, some people don't. Each person has their own vice, I suppose. You know, like that. Okay, all right. Well, that's what it looks like. And that's what it looks like when it's in focus. Anyway, that's what it looks like so far. Okay. So while we're getting prepared, more or less, let's do something with these. And it's probably dry enough for me to play around with these. Remember, I've told you about glycerin, and it's used to add shading and shadow and stuff like that. Okay. We'll play around with some of that. Now with that, we'll just use a general color. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little purple. I'll put it on this coffee tray. I'm going to take a little tiny touch of black, mix it in with that purple. Okay. I got it on this tray. I'm going to cover this stuff up. Let's cover this up for 1 second. We'll put the tray here. All right. That pasty stuff is the black and purple mix. I'm wiping it off my brush. I'm gonna take some glycerin, a nice batch of glycerin. The glycerin's right here. Okay. Now, as long as you got more glycerin than paint, you're pretty much good. Now, it depends on the concentration, how deep you want your shadow. So you just make more or less a shadow color. It's just purple and black. You can use brown and black. You can use umber and black, or umber and green. Whatever makes a decent shadow color for yourself. As of right now, that's more glycerin than paint, because it makes an excellent glaze color. You take the tiniest little bit. Okay, it's your bravery test. All right, let's go here with this extremely light flower. Okay, and you kind of choose, where do you want some of this darkness to kind of sneak off at? But you see this? See? All right, and I can take my finger, and you can take a rag or whatever, and you just kind of put it in where you feel it should go. All right, sneak it in where you think it should fit in. Okay. See, I can accentuate that fold in the petal by just a little bit of glazing. See that? See how it just pops out there now? But you're not interrupting the yellow. You feel me? You understand? I'll do the same thing here. Come up back here. See that? You can be very coy with this stuff. A little bit here. Because as it dries, you're still going to see that yellow underneath. People are going to ask how you did this for a long, long time. But it's our secret. Shh, don't tell nobody. All up in here. Come here. All in here. Just wipe it away a little bit. Just like that. Real gentle, like. Okay. You got a little bit of love up in here. Just kind of put it in there. Real light. Like. Even give it throw a little something here. Just like that. All right. You see how it's starting to look now? And once you put, see, glycerin can layer. Glycerin can be layered. You can layer a glycerin patch on top of a glycerin patch, on top of a glycerin patch, on top of you can keep doing it. I'll take the same color. It's just a shadow color. Take the same color. And we'll kind of emphasize some stuff up in here too. Just like that. And you smooth it out a little bit. You come up here, make a little bit of something darker. All right, you can settle that in there nice and deep. Let's see if you guys. this fella back here can be submerged in a little bit of that. Just like that. All right. Now, I'll probably, if I can find one, let's put this guy back. If I can't find one, I'll just use what I can find. I guess this will be okay. I don't have to add, oh yes I can. Let me show you this real fast. And plus it helps me get rid of some of this glazed up stuff. Where that shadow is, you can build this. See, acrylic paint, you can keep immediately building. Here, let's take the rest of this glaze, purple, black, and we'll just kind of fill in right up in here. Kind of strengthen this up in here. See that? Take it with you. Just kind of, look at that. Underneath here, let's make some of that disappear. So it shows off that purple half shine in there. Smooth around like that. Look at that. See how smooth all that out. That's all glazing does. You can glaze not only a bowl or a flower, you can glaze the human face, an animal, you can glaze a building. And I'm just showing you the use and the technique of that. Okay. All right. Okay. I was gonna do so. Oh yeah. All right, let's pop this back up again. Okay, let's go to we use this. We'll put it right here. Get some white, brighten it up a bit. Get some more white. Kind of really brighten it up. This is a script liner, or a liner. Not really a script liner. It's just a liner brush. Now, instead of using glycerin for this part, I'm gonna just use water. Be careful using water with glycerin, because water cuts through glycerin like a hot knife through butter. Just be mindful of that. Okay. Excuse my awkwardness. All right. Just reading your chat. Okay. You need more water. It's a very thick paint. Just like that. Got another one right here. This pattern only shows on the bottom. Of the flower, just like that. Okay, we're getting there, guys. But if you get too bored, you can just leave. Well, since we're this close anyway, let's just go up here to this guy up here. This fella. This I guess we'll make him the giant in the back, the giant dark one in the back there. We'll coat him with blue. For a little tiny bit of glycerin right here. Actually, let's seal this off. You can also reshape your flowers when you do this. It is still blue with a little bit of glycerin in it there. Right now I'm just building a solid base. This guy is on the bottom. Okay, and I'm gonna take a tiny smattering of white, creative license. More of a smattering. A little bit of glycerin there. Very quick. Just lighten it up just a little bit because it's going to be solid color, deep dark color right there. Okay, much like you see there. Okay. All right. Let the fun commence. Let's get some solid blue. Let's put the solid blue right in here. Just like this. Okay. Just like that. Let's get some more blue. Let's pop some. No, I'm gonna need that. We're gonna have to find a spot. I already found a spot. I'll put it right here. A little bit of white in that blue. Just like that. A little bit of glycerin, thin that paint out just a little bit. We should be good with this. All right, and here we go. Let's put a curve right in here, and we'll kind of fill that in. This is the opposite side. This will probably get a little darker. If I was smart, I would make it darker now, just to get rid of that. Right in here, just like this. Get a little darker right there. All right, that should be good. Right up and around in here, just a little deeper, right in here, and I'll follow that around right in here. Just block it in right now. Things are gonna get interesting with this guy. Okay, just like that. Let's go back into our white. Let's strengthen that a little bit. All right, right here, this fella here, we'll just kind of play with it. Right here, give it a little push, go in. Push, inward, push, push. Make it that bright line right there. Go here. Need a nice, there we go, strong push. Nice push of bright color right here. We'll tighten it up. You'll see. Well, let's kind of curve them here like that. That's an outside petal flipped. Okay. Let's wipe off my brush. We're gonna go even brighter. Right into the blue still, but much brighter. Get some glycerin, really loosen up the paint. And let's do a nice little flip right here. Right there. Just like that. Kind of carry them on through. We're going to come here and we're going to curve in, curve in, curve in. Just like that. Go into my deep blue, no glue through, right in here in the edge, and go opposite direction, opposite direction. Bring that dark into that light. Going to get into my dark blue again. There. Going into white. More white. Haha. Haha, gotcha. You're not gonna play with me. See that? Just like that. Look at that. All right. More white. It's being contaminated with the blue. Right on the outside, right on top of that other petal. Bring it right in there. Gotta have confidence, guys. Gotta have confidence. You can do it. You guys can do this. You guys can absolutely do this. Bruce. I understand, Bruce. I do. I do understand your logic. It's not like I didn't do the same thing myself. Gotcha. All right, we'll leave that alone. None of this will make sense until I put it will go right here, this. Okay. Like I said, I really haven't, I've seen these flowers. I've seen them. and I've never really did them, you know. No real reason why, but you know. Okay, we're at the 90-minute mark here. Let's get this show on the road. Frame this guy in with a nice deep color. Like I say, this is the bodyguard in the back. He's the biggest flower here. I don't necessarily had to have it that dark out there, but you know. Okay, and that's just solid blue, no glycerin. I'll add a little bit of glycerin. I'll kind of move that around a little bit up in here. And all that does really, I shouldn't have had to make it all dark like it, but it doesn't matter at this stage. Okay, let's go into our white. Mix in with our blue here. Get a little glycerin. It's a little late to pop a light on this now. I mean, we're almost done. I just didn't think of it. Well, it was also brighter out. The sun's going down here, 7:30. Okay, let's put our secondary strokes in this bucket of fun right here. No, let's start this. Let's start out here first. Let's kind of seal this in. Blocking it in right now. It's all right. Use my finger, get a nice gentle fade in there, just like so. We're good with that. We'll do the same thing out here with this guy. Just block it in, just like that. I'll give a little something here, or maybe I'll just kind of smooth it over. We'll turn it into something else right in here. Oop, I already found what I'm gonna do. Already found it. I'm gonna show it to you right now. I'm gonna do it right now. Already found it. Got a nice little fold. I'm looking right at it. When you start doing these, you'll see little creases, folds, and flips and things like that right here. Just like that. Yeah, you can't see it from the glare, but you'll see it when I post it. But it's just like right there, right in front of my face. Didn't even see that. See it now though. Okay, that's the neighbor's dog flipping out over whoever, but who knows. Let's do another petal right here, and put it in. Put it in right here, right there. Nice outside petal. It's not bright enough, but to make it bright enough, all I have to do is make the background darker. This guy. See that? See how you just do it in reverse? See that? See how that works out? Put it in reverse. Just like so. Okay. Now there's a reason why that guy just stops right there. But let's give it a nice little highlight here, so we can kind of trail it. Just white at the edge of the brush there, and then we'll continue that up top here. Just like that. Okay, before I forget, let's take care of this guy right here. I need more glycerin. I need more white. Let's go over that again. shine, bring that back. Okay, we're back. Let's see what you guys are saying. Hello, Billy. Believe me, they're not irises. They're something else. They're called something else, but they're not irises. Yeah, because of the way they're but these will be in here. And we're going to do that right now. Actually, let's go back into our black. Let's go back into our purple. And let's add that love right in here. Of course, it looks like it's solid black, but it's not. There's a warmth to this. This is a big one, so he's got stuff really flipped out there. Oh, yep, we're at 1:30 hour 37 minutes. Okay. All right, we're gonna go to our. It's a good thing about acrylic paint. When you're done with one layer, you give it a few minutes, and she's ready for the next. Just like so. Okie dokie then. Let's add a surface of some sort to this poor guy. There. It's 72 degrees out here, and do you think a bunch of motorcycle enthusiasts are going to let this day go by? Who are you fooling? But that's what you heard. It's probably 11 of them. As it gets warmer, trust me, there'll be more. But you know what? No big deal, no harm, no foul. They're having fun. The weather's trying to break here. We're going to have a series of very nice days. And I'm just adding extra little frills and highlights to the yellow guy, where I feel it may need a little bit of a punch. Okay, let's do something down here, because it's just floating around. So we'll give it a little something down there. It really doesn't matter what size brush at this stage. I use a 3/4 one. We'll go back into, we'll just use a little bit of purple, a little bit of phthalo blue, and maybe even a slight touch of this sienna or umber, raw umber. Let's throw that in the mix. We'll put a tiny bit of glycerin in there, just loosen it up a little bit. All right. Okay. We'll keep it somewhere around in there, maybe. And maybe we'll keep it a little more solid here. We'll keep it solid here. But as it comes here, maybe we'll get it kind of this is just all paint right now. Whoops. I give it a curve there. Anyway, let's block all that in. All paint, no glycerin, no nothing, just regular solid paint. Just comes right in there. This is 11 by 15 inch watercolor paper, double layered. I tend to glue the layers together, just extra strength. Thinking about something. I'll look at your chat in 1 second. All right. Hopefully my head wasn't in the way again. Like I said, I got a bad habit of doing that, depending on where the camera is positioned. I'm very well may. I still feel another landscape painting in me here. I don't normally sign my name on the right hand side. Normally you don't. I'm using a liner brush, not a script liner. I gotta be a little careful. I do appreciate you guys stopping through watching me do this. Let's take the tape off. Oh. Oh my. I use this is Scotch tape. The reason why I use Scotch tape, glycerin doesn't seem to bleed through this stuff. Which gives me an extremely sharp border. I can actually, because you guys are looking at a scrunched up view, I can actually, you might not be able to see it if I do it the other way. I'll have to pan back. Sorry. We can get rid of this though. I guess you guys can see it. All right. No, that's cool. All right. Nice. Let's take the tape off the top. There's a name for these guys. I just can't think of what it is. But it does look like a hybrid of both of them. Oh. It definitely does. Thank you, Keely. But there you have it. And as you guys know, in a minute or two, I'll take a picture of this and post it on the Facebook page. And since I did this on YouTube, it'll be posted in the community section also. So I'll have you guys gander at that for a second. As soon as I get my cranium out of the way. Like I said, I think I feel another. This is Bruce and I's new friend. By 15 inch, 140 pound weight. As you can see, it's going to soon be time for another sheet or another pad. But I put I glue two of them together. And here's the other one. All right, let's set this guy somewhere. But thank you guys for watching me do this one. Oh, there, you sit there and dry. All right. See, Chrissy Canvas can't get mad. I do reuse tape. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pop back on. I'm gonna give you guys a break. You've been here for 90 minutes, but I am gonna come back on, and we're gonna do a nice little landscape of some sort. Oh, let's see. I never did one like that before. I don't know if I can pull that off. Let's see. That would be interesting. That would be interesting. I've never did something like that before. But if I do that, it would look like that then. Yeah, I never tried that. All right. That will be next. Oh, Keely, that is from Walmart. Grumbacher pad. It's from Walmart. Oh, I can bring it right here. I think I should be able to scroll. Yep. I forgot what this little thing can do. You're welcome, Vermont. I'm just scrolling back down to see what you guys are saying. Alright, it's 1:52. It's time to cut this down. I'll be back later on. Some of you may or may not be around. But we're going to go for round 2 a little bit later. I'm going to take a picture of this, or not this, but the other one, and use it as a thumbnail. You guys know what I do. It gives me a few minutes. I got to take the big boy out for a walk and everything. All right. Thank you very much. You guys are going to get a 2 for tonight. I'll be back on in a few minutes. Until then, you guys stay safe. See you when I see you. Yeah, I gotta take my dog out too, Vermont. All right, guys, be